Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, Anita. So then, feel free.
Okay.
The stage is yours.
Okay, thanks. So yeah, we are happy to host this Testival of CharIN. So we asked if we can do this, and CharIN didn't make it easy for us. So they had quite high requirements. And what are the benefits for you right now with this? I would like to present you today. Next slide, please. Okay, so you can see here, this is our new R&D building. And so this is a picture of last autumn. And you can see there are different floors. And so the ground floors, you can drive in with the electric car in our garage. And we have elevators for the electric vehicle. So you can go in every floor within this building. And the main action will then happen in the first floor that you see here. Okay, next slide, please. So this is the location. At the right, there is the older building, which is completely our production inside. And then we have the different levels. So the ground level -1 is the parking deck. So we have also enough parking space for our staff and visitors. Then level 0 is the garage where we drive in just to go into the building. And then, so in the middle, there is the elevator. So we drive through and then go to level 1. You can also see there is, in the violet picture, a truck or bus also included. So we have also some space for the truck and bus testing, but I will show you later the details. Okay, next slide, please. So this is a picture inside the building from the first floor. Okay, so you can see there is so you can drive inside the building with the electric cars. Only with electric cars, we don't provide possibilities for hybrids because of the exhaust. But so for the electric cars, we have really a great environment. At the bottom, you have the ground, it's ESD ground. So when you have to also change something on your device on the test, so there is no problem, it's quite safe. Bring your ESD shoes with you, and then it's all fine. Then we have also climate condition and earth ground heating, so independent of which time you come, so it's always convenient. Okay, and so how the details look, we can also see in the next slide, but one thing you can also see here at the left, sorry. So there is in the middle, there is also space for meeting rooms. Okay, but I will explain later. So you can drive with the electric car in a circle, but you have also some space for parking. You see the parking slots, and we have also this kind of test boxes. Okay, so there are tables that we provide and chairs, so you have a very convenient condition. We also discussed how to make it convenient for you, because you see you have enough space for distances, but on the other side, to keep it even more private, probably we will provide some music that when you talk with each other to discuss topics, not everybody knows the details. If you have to talk something very private, you have the meeting rooms, the meeting room in the middle, okay, where you can really go into the details. Maybe we have to organize something that you can book the room for a certain time, that we have always the possibility to change. Okay, then all together here on this floor we have about 15 testing spaces or testing boxes. Okay, and we have enough power for every box, but we have also some special possibilities. We have on every corner we have 125 amp 3 phases AC power. Okay, so if you have a special EVSE that needs that power, very important, then please give us a note that we can plan this. Okay, so but at minimum 4 times we have this 125 amps, and they're really independent. In summary, we have for testing 630 kilowatt power, and additionally for our facility 260. So even if you test as much you can, don't worry, so we still are able to work. Okay, so you see here on the left the vehicle elevator. So this is how we drive in and go outside again. There's also a cargo elevator to bring in your EVSE, for example. You see also at the top left the truck bus outdoor testing area. So this is not at the same floor, this is one floor down, but you can also see how much space this is. Okay, good. Next slide, please. This is an example of the power, which is in one corner where we have the 16 amp 3-phase, 32 amp 3-phase, 63 amp 3-phase, and 125. Okay, not everywhere is the same, but so this is one of the biggest boxes. Okay, next slide, please. This is the area for the the outdoor area for the truck and bus testing. Normally, this is the area where we get our goods delivered. Okay, so we have a loading ramp, and but on this we can put then the EVSE. Also on this floor we have also big power access, so we can also bring 125 amp power, for example, to the outside, and your EVSE is also protected through the roof. So when it rains, so in worst case, even this is no problem. Okay. Next slide, please. Here you can see an example of the test box. So this is the space that you get for testing. So we will put probably 2 tables, one's on the left, one on the right. Then the EV tester and the EVSE tester have their own area. And you can see here at these poles the power which is provided on every test box. So the 16 amp and 32 amp, and also the 4 Schuko sockets. So if you have other plugs for your notebooks, please consider to bring converter for Schuko. Okay, next slide, please. So here is a little bit something special. So our experience from the last festivals shows that often more EVSEs are coming than EVs. So, and then to find the right match is very difficult, that everybody is really always testing. And so what we thought is to provide some more test possibilities beyond EVs. So on the one side, comemso has additional electric vehicles that we also use for our own purpose, that we can also give for this event. On the other side, we have also possibility to give something more than that. So you can see at this picture, we have battery emulators and EV simulators. For example, now we have here an electric car in the picture, but we can also make it in the opposite way, that you bring your EVSE and we make then, for example, with higher currents, the testing. For example, these are battery emulators for 500 kilowatt. On the other side, you need also to connect your EVSE. So for this short term testing, you can take, for example, the 125 amp 3-phase connection that you have, and then we make the maximum that your EVSE is able to provide with this grid power. Okay, and in a similar kind of way, we also talked with another partner that he provides some grid emulators and AC loads regenerative, where you can simulate resistive load, inductive load, capacitive load, or disturbances voltage dips, and so on. And so this could be another test space that you can use really for testing. So our aim is to give you the full service of continuously testing, and with different possibilities. Okay, next slide, please. In the level 3, we have additional presentation area with 183 square meters. This could be used either for additional car testing, so with additional 2 cars, for example. So also there we have the 125 amps, so really the full box that you see before. Or we can use this for EVCC or SACC testing, so really just the ECU area. So it depends on the registrations how we use this space. Okay, so but you can also see here we have also the access with the vehicle elevator, and make the whole possibilities is also in the lower floors. Okay, then next slide, please. So finally, there is a second presentation area, 130 square meters, can be used for 1 car, but most probably for EVCC and SACC tests. Okay, also here, full power accessibility. So next slide, please. So when you come to our location, we're located close to Stuttgart. What does it mean for you? We're not far away from the Stuttgart airport. This is about 20-30 minutes with the taxi from Stuttgart airport to comemso, or with the train when you come, for example, from Frankfurt airport. You can take the fast train, go to the Stuttgart main station, and then it takes 23 minutes with the train. It's really ending close at a comemso facility, so 10 minutes to walk. Okay, so therefore it's also quite convenient for you to visit comemso. Okay, next slide, please. So we hope, therefore, you will get a lot of fun and a lot of test experience visiting our location. And yeah, we're happy that we can provide these possibilities for the Testival, and we're yeah, looking forward to your visit. Thanks.
Thank you, Anita. Thanks for the introduction and the insight of your facility. Again, for everyone, if you have any questions to Anita, to our tools, or meeting formats, etc., feel free to write them in the chat window. We will talk about this later. And yeah, so the next one will be then Jens. And thanks, Anita. See you later. And